And what do you think about the Spanish market in general, like closing, entrepreneurs, YouTube?
I think it's so cool. And as I've started to be around some of my peers in that space, like Bruno Casanovas and yourself and Biel and these people that are running these crazy brands in Spanish, I think it's such like a cool world that I didn't even know about that I'm just finding now. And I feel like, and tell me if this is right or wrong, but I feel like maybe a couple of years ago, if kids came on YouTube talking about how successful they were in Spanish, they would get a lot of hate because the majority of the market didn't feel like it was possible. But I feel like now it's more people popping up and more kids feeling like they can actually make it happen in that market. I could be totally wrong, but that's like how I feel about it.
Yes, I'm sure you know, but guys like you and others, you are like benchmark. A lot of people learn about you in all the world. So I think that a lot of people try to replicate what works in America, but our culture is so different. So if you see a guy in Spain saying, yeah, I went from broke to millionaire in 1 year, it's not something like in our culture, and people start to hate. But if you say the same, but with other words, and you adapt to our culture, it's something that I think a lot of people are doing right now, and it works. Like not just copy paste but adapt to our culture. But I think that more people are watching Americans, so more people believe that it's possible. More people start thinking bigger, and I think that that's why the market is growing. And because in Spain we have all the South America market, so that's why the market is so big, and we have that opportunities.
Yeah, it's the biggest market if you can figure it out, you know? But it's true. I mean, if I look at the difference in comments on my videos on my Spanish channel, some videos, like I made one in English, right? And it says, getting rich is easy, actually. And like, obviously we know getting rich is not easy, but what I'm talking about is like, if you just do 30 minutes of work every day for a long enough period of time, you'll become somewhat successful. But all the comments on my Spanish video with this title are like, Cállate Ozuna, you know, like, bueno, like, shut up. I'm like, no, it's like, yeah, it's like they need to know that it's legit. And if they feel that it's not legit, then they just hate you, I feel like.
Yes, and I think that it's true because people really think that living here all the life it's easier, and I really think that living here you're like it's super nice living here. You have a lot of opportunities, a lot of things are easier, but I saw a lot of homeless people here too. So I think you can do great things, but if you don't work here, it's harder than don't working in Spain, for example, that you know that you are going to have like the minimum things that the government are going to help you. Here, I think that if you don't do nothing in your life, anyone is going to help you.
Yeah, I'm very grateful to be born in the US, and I love America so much, but America is a ruthless place. If you're not good and you're not on the top of your game, you will just sink to the bottom so fast. Even people go to college for 4, 5, 6 years, get a degree. They can't even go out and get the job that they were promised right now. And they got in so much debt just to get that degree, to get that job. And as a result, they have to sit around and go get a worse job, making barely any money. And then they get caught into that trap for the rest of their life. In business too, it's the best place to own a business, sure, but if you're not good in the US market, if your product's not the best, somebody who's better than you can just come and take you out. But that's the beauty of it to me, because that's why I like it. That means that if I can do a good enough job and I can get better every single day, I can win. It's a game, you know, if I can get good enough, if I can get my XP and my attributes up, I can win this game. But America is brutal, you know, it's
hard.
Yeah.
But if you do it well, you are going to be multi-millionaire.
Yeah, but some people, I feel like, have an advantage being born in other countries. And I'll explain this. Like, I have many friends from the Netherlands, right? And they were so successful with e-commerce back in 2018 and 2019 because nobody was drop shipping over there like they were in the US. I have so many friends from France who built crazy empires off e-commerce, literally taking the exact product that was working in the US, copying everything word for word and just putting it in France. So what I mean is that if you're living in another country, a lot of times you can look at the stuff that's working in the US and just adapt it to your market. That goes for YouTube videos, that goes for products, that goes for just about anything. It's like one of the easiest ways to break through.
Yeah, yes, I totally agree. And I think that we have to understand our situation and do it our best. But yes, I think that that's why maybe in your Spanish videos you have some hate, because maybe they think, okay, that's easy because you're American and that's it. And in your videos, you do a lot of things, but one of your most popular videos is recording with big influencers or big entrepreneurs, or asking millionaires in the street or in their homes. What did you learn recording with these kind of people?
I learned that no matter where you come from, you can make it in this world. I've met people literally born from nothing that gone on to make billions. One of the people I met last year was born in a bomb shelter in Hungary, and now he's the 54th richest man in the entire planet. I've done videos with people like Iman, who was literally born in Dagestan, Russia, and now is worth $50 million in his 20s. I've done videos with so many people. I just did a video with Samuel and Ruben Onua. Those guys were born in a city with literally 700 people, and now they're traveling the world, flying private, making $100,000 a day. So when I see these stories, it tells me that there's no excuse. I get it. Some people were born in situations that are less than satisfactory, but you can't live your whole life as a victim. You have to understand that there's a chance for you to make it. The internet took away the friction. The internet made it so anybody that has access to a computer can go out and get some money. That's what I learned from being around all these people, is that we're living in one of the greatest times in history for entrepreneurs, and the opportunity is greater than it's ever been for you to go and become successful no matter where you're from. So anytime I do a video like that, it just makes me want to go harder in what I'm doing.
Yes, I feel you, because when we record podcast, we feel the same.
Yeah.
Like you listen to an amazing story, you see like people going so hard in life, and you're super motivated.
Yeah.
And do you create really relationships with some of the people that you interview or you record with, or it's like only business?
I think I've built relationships with most of them. Some people, you know, it's just we shoot our video and then we're following each other on Instagram, but then we don't really talk. Some people have become my brothers, you know, like I'm really close with Iman and Luke Belmar and those Onua brothers. Those guys, we really bonded. So when you do something like that with somebody, and I have a way of getting people to be very vulnerable and talk about things that are maybe a bit uncomfortable or that they've never shared, when you have a conversation like that with somebody, you do build a connection with them. So yeah, I would say we build good relationships with people.
And I'm sure that you're receiving like a lot of message DMs that people want to appear in your channel. How do you select who can go into your channel or not?
Yeah, I just pick people myself. I've had situations where people have reached out and offered to pay me 6 figures plus to be in a video. I've never accepted any payment for anybody to ever come on my channel. I just pick people that I think have an interesting story. And also if I think that they're a good, genuine person that has actually done the things that they're saying. We usually just look at who's coming up. We look at stories that are interesting. It's just, a lot of it happens naturally though. Like Onua, those guys that we met them in Ibiza, like we were just traveling. We went to a restaurant and they were at the table right next to us. So I started talking to him. We liked the vibe with them. And then next thing you know, we're flying to Marbella to shoot a video together.